Hello everyone, greetings from warm Indonesia.
Hi guys.
It is warm, isn't it, girls?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're coming from winter in the United States where it was nice and cold, so but yeah, we're enjoying it. Yeah, we wanted to take a moment to update you a bit on our lives. There is quite a bit going on, and I think if we picked one word to describe what that would be, I would say it would be transitions. So we're going to take some moments here to share with you about what those look like for us right now.
This coming May marks 17 years our family has served in Indonesia. Adelie was about 2 years old when we first came, and the Lord grew our family, adding Alyssa and Ashlyn. Both Alyssa and Ashlyn were born here in Indonesia, and this has become home for all three of our girls.
We first had to learn to become insiders here in Indonesia, learning the Indonesian language and culture. And then we moved into Moy, living with the Moy people, and again had to become insiders among them, learning their language and culture, which was totally distinct. The Lord blessed those efforts, and the years flew by. A teeny tiny church of 8 believers was born. Because of their courageous testimonies, the Lord continued to add to the Moy Church. More and more began to know and fall in love with their Creator.
We grew too. Our kids got older, and we also grew spiritually. Our small seeds of faith grew, and the Lord taught us so much about His faithfulness and the power of His Word to change lives, not just the lives of the Moy people, but our own lives as well.
The Moy Church eventually grew to over a couple hundred believers, and eventually there was men who were qualified to take over the oversight of the church. Our co-workers are finishing up the Bible translation, and we have moved out, taking more of an itinerant role there, and now giving full-time effort towards leading and equipping others who are involved in reaching unreached people groups. There are tremendous needs and opportunities when it comes to reaching the unreached people groups of this world. So I've been involved in a ministry startup in a country in Asia that has ripe fields, very few workers. I've also been part of a team developing a curriculum for evangelism and discipleship based off of already proven methods. So those are some exciting things that we've been able to do.
Rich's role on the International Ministries team leads him to many different countries. This past year, he has made 2 trips to Australia, 3 to North America, and 3 to other parts of Asia. So, Rich, what do you do on all these trips?
Well, Karen, I'm glad you asked. So our leadership team, the International Ministries team, is responsible for 3 primary areas. The first is to provide help and direction to church planting efforts that focus on reaching unreached people groups around the world. So this includes communicating needs, casting vision, identifying priorities, and formulating strategies. And the second area is to help ensure that church planting teams are getting effective ministry leadership to ensure there's timely, high-quality consultant help at every stage of the church planting effort. And the third area is to develop partnerships in church planting ministries throughout the worldwide body of Christ, so both in urban and in rural contexts, so areas that are close proximity to the unreached people groups themselves. Adelie is graduating from high school this year, and we plan to help her transition back to the States. So we're going to be leaving Indonesia for good and moving to Wisconsin for a period of time. Afterwards, we plan to move back to Asia and continue on ministry from there. So now you can see why the word transition seems to be an appropriate theme for describing this chapter in our lives. This might be a lot to take in, so we invite you to communicate with us any thoughts or questions you might have. We really would love to hear from you.
Finally, we want to thank you for partnering with us, for praying for us, to see the gospel go forth to some of the darkest places on this earth.